All right, welcome back. Seems like you're ready to dive into this whole apartment syndication thing.
Yeah, it's like it.
And smart move, realizing you got to have the right legal help right from the start.
Yeah, for sure.
Not just, crossing T's and dotting I's.
Right.
It's about having someone who can really guide you, someone who really gets how syndication works.
Absolutely.
Sounds like you want a legal partner who can help you structure those deals, right? And kind of mentor you along the way, too.
Yeah, that's a really good way to put it.
Like not just a lawyer, but a partner in the whole thing.
Exactly.
Someone who's been there, done that, and can help you avoid the pitfalls. And from what you've told us, it sounds like you need someone who's not just good with the legal stuff,
Right?
but really understands the whole syndication game.
Yeah.
Like waterfalls, preferred returns,
Sure.
all those securities
And
regulations.
the fun stuff, right?
Exactly,
Also?
the fun stuff. And that's not always easy to find.
No, it's not.
A lot of lawyers are great with the legal stuff, but might not really get the financial side.
Right. Or the operational side of syndication.
Exactly. It's got to be someone who can bridge that gap.
Definitely.
And that's why we're diving into this profile of Todd N. Robinson
Oh, yeah, Todd Robinson S.
and his firm, Robinson Franzman, LLP.
LLP.
What really jumped out at us was his expertise in both deal structuring and this investor-focused approach.
Yeah, that's what's so interesting about him. He's
Yeah.
got tons of experience in private equity, real estate, joint ventures, recaps, financing, all that.
Okay, so the complex side.
Yeah, the really complex stuff.
That's great.
But here's what I think is really interesting.
Okay, listening.
He's worked on both the borrower and the lender sides of these deals.
Oh, wow. That's just interesting.
Yeah, you don't see that too often.
I bet that gives him like a really unique perspective.
Oh, absolutely.
So for someone like our listener who's just starting out in apartment syndication,
Right.
why is that two-sided experience so important?
Well, think of it this way.
Okay.
When you're structuring a deal, like a syndication deal, you're basically making a roadmap.
A roadmap. Okay.
Yeah, for how the whole investment's going to work.
Okay.
How profits will be split, how everyone's interests are protected.
Okay.
It's like laying the foundation of a building.
Oh, I see. Like the foundation's messed up.
Yeah, if the foundation's not solid, the whole thing could crumble.
Got it. Yeah. Don't want any crumbling buildings.
No, definitely not.
So having someone like Todd who's seen both sides
Yeah.
means he can spot potential problems,
Right.
negotiate better terms, and structure that deal in a way that, minimizes risk.
Exactly. Minimize risk and maximize those returns.
Gotcha. So he's not just like filling in the blanks on legal forms.
No.
He's actually thinking strategically about the whole deal,
Right. From every angle.
which is huge for someone who's new to this.
Yeah, especially when you don't have that experience yourself.
Right. Exactly.
And it's not just about protecting yourself either.
Oh, right. There's more.
It's about building that trust with your investors too.
Oh, yeah. Investors. That's important.
Huge.
So they need to know their money's in good hands.
Exactly.
So if they see you've got someone like Todd who's got their back,
Yeah.
they're going to feel a lot better about it.
Way more confident.
Right. That makes sense. Speaking of feeling confident, let's talk more about Todd's background.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, this guy's story is impressive.
Oh, for sure.
Founded Robinson Franzman back in 2018.
Yeah, 2018.
Get this, from his basement.
No way.
Seriously. Talk about a classic entrepreneur story.
It's like those Silicon Valley stories starting in a garage.
Right. And just like those tech companies, Robinson Franzman has seen some crazy growth.
That's amazing.
They've got a team of 27 people now
Wow.
and handling over $1.5 billion in transactions every year.
That's a lot of zeros.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah, that's incredible, especially in such a competitive field.
I know. It shows they must be doing something right.
Definitely.
And it's not just about the numbers, it's about the scope of their work, too.
Oh, right. Tell me more about that.
They've closed deals in over 25 states.
Wow. Nationwide.
Talk about reach.
That's impressive.
It shows they're adaptable, right?
Oh, totally.
They're not afraid to jump into different markets.
Yeah, which all have their own laws and regulations.
Exactly. And that's so valuable for someone like you who's starting out.
For sure.
You might start local,
Yeah.
but who knows where you'll end up.
You never know.
Having that legal partner who can handle all that,
Mm-hmm.
that could be a game changer.
Absolutely.
Oh, and speaking of deals,
Yeah.
I was reading about this one they did in Texas.
Okay.
It was a portfolio of 1,000 units.
1,000.
Yeah, across 3 different properties.
Wow, that's massive.
I know, right?
That sounds like, a textbook apartment syndication deal.
Right.
And it really shows that they get it.
Yeah.
It's not just about knowing the law.
Mm-hmm.
It's about understanding all those moving parts.
Right.
The financing, the stakeholders.
Getting everyone on the same page. Yeah.
Exactly.
So the fact that they pulled this off
Yeah.
tells me they can handle the same kind of challenges you'll be facing.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so we've established that Todd himself seems like a real pro.
Definitely.
But what about the firm as a whole?
That's a good question.
What's the vibe like at Robinson Franzman?
Well, one thing I noticed is that they're a boutique firm.
Okay.
And sometimes, smaller is better,
I think so too.
especially when you want that personal touch.
Yeah, that feeling of a real partnership.
Exactly.
When you're starting out, you don't want to feel like just a number.
No, you want to know your lawyer's invested in you.
Right, like they understand your specific needs.
For sure.
And Todd actually said that making every client feel like their only client is a top priority.
Oh, wow. That's great.
So it's not just about being a legal expert.
Right.
It's about that personal touch
Yeah.
and being there every step of the way.
A true partner.
Exactly. Plus, a smaller firm often means they're more responsive.
That's a big plus.
You're not getting lost in all that bureaucracy.
No red tape.
They can move quickly
Mm-hmm.
and provide that hands-on support.
Especially in those early stages. That's so important.
Right, when you need it the most.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got the experience, the expertise,
Yeah.
and that boutique firm feel.
Mm-hmm.
But who are they working with?
That's a good question.
Do they understand the players in the apartment syndication world?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Good.
Their client list is like a who's who of real estate.
Really?
They've got multifamily investors, family offices, banks, REITs,
So they understand the whole ecosystem?
the whole thing.
Wow, that's really impressive.
It's not just a narrow focus.
No.
They see the bigger picture,
Right.
and they get how all the pieces fit together.
And for someone starting out,
Yeah.
that broad perspective is super valuable.
Oh, totally.
You want a lawyer who can see the whole board, not just their little square.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've talked about their experience, their approach, their clients. Anything else about Todd or Robinson Franzman we should mention?
Well, there are a few more things.
Okay, let's hear it.
And I think they really speak to your needs as an aspiring syndicator.
Perfect, go ahead.
First, Todd mentioned that rising interest rates are a big concern for his clients.
Well, yeah, no surprise there.
It's a tough market,
Interest rates are top of mind for anyone in real estate right now.
especially with these big multifamily properties.
Exactly, they can really affect your profits.
Make or break a deal sometimes.
And that's where a firm like Robinson Franzman can step in.
Right. They're not just watching things happen.
They're being proactive.
They're advising clients on how to handle this.
So what, like creative financing options?
Yeah, tougher negotiations with sellers.
Maybe even like rethinking the types of deals you go after.
Exactly.
So they're not just reacting, they're helping their clients stay ahead.
Being proactive is key.
And I bet their experience working on both sides of financing deals helps a lot here.
Oh, definitely.
They understand what both borrowers and lenders are thinking.
Yeah, they know the pressures, the motivations.
So that's a huge advantage when you're structuring a deal.
You got to make it work for everyone.
Exactly. And it's not just the financial side either.
Right.
They're also on top of all the legal stuff,
The regulatory landscape. Yeah.
which can be a real minefield in real estate.
Oh, yeah. There are so many rules and regulations to navigate,
You can get tripped up so easily.
especially if you don't have the right guidance.
And remember, Robinson Franzman has handled some complex litigation,
Oh, right.
investment disputes, landlord-tenant issues, even allegations of fraud.
Wow, so they've seen it all.
It means they're ready to help you avoid those legal risks.
And protect your investments.
That peace of mind is priceless,
You said it.
knowing you have a team who understands all that
Yeah.
and can anticipate those pitfalls.
It lets you focus on finding those deals and building your portfolio.
Exactly. You don't have to worry about the legal headaches.
Leave that to the experts.
Okay, so to recap for our listener,
Mm-hmm.
we've talked about how Robinson Franzman understands real estate finance,
Yeah.
how they prioritize those client relationships,
Being a real partner.
and how they're helping their clients navigate this tough market,
Like those rising interest rates. Yeah.
and how their experience with litigation can protect you.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like they're checking a lot of boxes.
I really are, yeah.
But remember, this is just our take based on what we've seen.
Right.
The best thing you can do is trust your gut.
Yeah. Do your own research.
Talk to Todd, ask those tough questions.
See if it feels right.
It's kind of like dating.
Oh, yeah. I like that analogy.
You got to find that spark.
That connection.
See if there's that mutual understanding.
And who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe Todd and Robinson Franzman are the missing piece of your puzzle.
Maybe they are. Speaking of finding the right fit,
Oh, go on.
there's another thing about Robinson Franzman I find really interesting,
What's that?
especially for someone just starting out.
Okay. I'm all ears.
their embrace of innovation.
Innovation.
Yeah, I was surprised to see they're looking at how technology can, like, enhance their legal services.
Oh, yeah. I think Todd mentioned something about artificial intelligence.
You got it.
He wasn't totally sold on AI replacing lawyers,
Yeah, I think he was a bit skeptical about that.
but he definitely sees the potential.
Right. He even talked about how AI could help with things like document review,
Yeah, and legal research,
stuff that takes up a lot of time.
freeing up lawyers to focus on the more strategic stuff.
Exactly. It's not about replacing human expertise,
It's about making them more efficient.
augmenting it, right?
Yeah, I like that.
And for a client, that can mean faster turnaround
Lower costs, too.
and ultimately better
It
service.
shows they're not stuck in the past.
Right. They're open to new ideas.
Yeah, new ways of doing things.
And in a fast-moving industry like real estate,
Things change so quickly.
that kind of forward thinking is essential.
Oh, absolutely.
You want a legal team who's not just keeping up, but anticipating what's coming next.
And helping you prepare for it.
Exactly. Okay, we've talked a lot about Todd, the firm, their experience, their approach.
It's been a great discussion.
But there's one last thing I want to touch on.
Oh, I'm intrigued. What is it?
It's something that really stuck with me when I was reading about Todd.
Let's hear it.
And it's not even about legal stuff or market knowledge.
Okay, I'm even more curious now.
It's about that drive, that passion.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
That fire in the belly quote, right?
you got it.
Yeah, that was powerful.
It's not just about being good at what you do.
It's about loving it.
Right. And Todd clearly has that.
He built his firm from nothing.
Faced all those challenges head on.
Never gave up,
And I think that's something any entrepreneur can relate to.
especially in real estate.
Oh yeah, it's a tough business.
You got to have that drive.
That passion.
Otherwise, you'll get burnt out.
And that kind of passion is contagious, you know?
Oh, yeah. It rubs off on everyone around you.
It's about more than just doing the job.
It's about going above and beyond,
Always learning
pushing yourself.
and inspiring others to do the same.
It's like that saying, if you want to go fast, go alone.
Yeah. But if you want to go far, go together.
Exactly.
Todd clearly understands
It's
that.
the power of teamwork.
Finding the right partners.
People who share your vision.
And that brings us back to mentorship.
Oh, yeah. Full circle.
It's not just about someone guiding you through the legal maze.
It's about someone who believes in you,
Pushes you to grow.
celebrates your successes.
And as you start this apartment syndication journey, finding that legal partner who can be a mentor.
It can make all the difference.
Absolutely.
It can unlock your potential.
Help you achieve your goals.
It's like having a coach in your corner.
Someone who's been there
Done that.
and can help you through the tough times.
The inevitable bumps in the road.
So as you keep looking for the right legal counsel,
Yeah.
remember to trust your instincts.
That gut feeling.
Talk to them.
Have that conversation.
See if there's that spark.
That connection.
Because it's not just about checking boxes.
It's about finding someone you trust.
Someone you believe in.
Someone who's going to be your advocate.
And that brings us to the end of this deep dive.
Into the world of Todd N. Robinson and Robinson Fransman, LLP.
But hold on, we're not done yet.
There's more to come.
Oh yeah, we've only scratched the surface.
Okay, I'm excited to hear more.
Stay tuned as we dig deeper into what makes Robinson Fransman tick
I'm ready.
and how their approach might be the perfect fit for your apartment syndication dreams.
Let's do it. You know, while we were looking into Robinson Fransman,
Yeah.
one thing that really stood out was their understanding of the financial side of these multifamily investments.
Right. And that's where Todd's expertise in private equity real estate deals becomes really important for our listener,
For sure.
especially since they want to get into apartment syndication.
Yeah, it's a whole different ballgame.
He's not just signing papers, he's shaping the deal
Right. Strategically,
to make sure it works for both the syndicator and the investors.
got to keep everyone happy.
Exactly.
And remember, you were saying you wanted a lawyer who's like a partner,
Yeah, someone you can bounce ideas off of.
sit advice from,
Someone who gets your vision.
and is responsive. Right.
Exactly. Someone who's there for you. And it seems like that's really important at Robinson Fransman.
Yeah, they seem to get it.
I mean, Todd actually said making every client feel like their only client
Oh, wow.
is a top priority.
That's a good sign.
So it's not just about being a legal expert. It's about that personal touch.
That commitment.
Being there every step of the way.
Like a trusted advisor,
Yeah, someone who's not just reacting to problems
but anticipating them,
before they even happen.
which is so important in real estate.
Oh yeah, things move fast.
You got to be one step ahead.
Speaking of challenges, we can't ignore what's happening in the economy right now.
Right, the elephant in the room.
Rising interest rates.
A major concern for anyone in real estate.
especially when you're talking big multifamily properties.
Those loans aren't cheap.
Higher interest rates can really eat into your profits.
Make it harder to close deals.
And this is where a firm like Robinson Franzman can shine.
I bet.
They're not just sitting around watching rates go up.
They're proactive.
They're advising clients on how to adjust.
So, what do they suggest?
Creative financing options.
Okay, makes sense.
Tougher negotiations with sellers.
Got to get the best deal possible.
Maybe even reconsidering the types of deals you go after.
Interesting.
So it's about being flexible.
Adapting to the market.
And I bet their experience working on both sides of financing deals really comes in handy here.
I was just thinking that.
They know what both borrowers and lenders are looking for.
Understand their perspectives.
Which is a huge advantage.
Yeah, when you're trying to structure a deal that works for everyone.
Exactly. And it's not just about the numbers either.
Right.
They're also keeping an eye on all the legal and regulatory stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's a whole other world.
Which can be tricky, especially in real estate.
So many rules to keep track of.
It's easy to make a mistake.
Especially if you don't have the right guidance.
And remember, Robinson Franzman has experience with some pretty complex litigation.
Oh, yeah. They've been in the trenches.
Investment disputes, landlord-tenant issues.
Even fraud cases.
So they know how to protect you.
And your investments.
That kind of peace of mind is invaluable.
For sure. Knowing you have a team who's got your back.
Who understands the law.
And can see those potential problems coming.
It frees you up to focus on the big picture.
Finding those deals, building that portfolio.
Okay, so let's quickly recap for our listener.
Okay.
We've talked about how Robinson Franzman understands real estate finance, how they prioritize building strong client relationships,
Being into partner.
how they're helping their clients deal with these rising interest rates,
Right.
and how their litigation experience can protect you.
It's a lot to consider.
It is. But remember, this is just what we've gathered from our research. At the end of the day, you have to trust your gut.
Do your own due diligence.
Talk to Todd. Ask the hard questions.
See if it feels right.
It's like dating, you know?
You got to find that spark,
Get connection.
that mutual understanding.
And who knows, maybe Todd and Robinson Franzman are the perfect fit for you.
You never know until you explore it.
Speaking of finding the right fit,
Yeah, go on.
there's another thing about Robinson Franzman that I think is really cool,
Okay, I'm listening.
especially for someone who's just starting out.
Tell me more.
It's their focus on innovation.
Innovation, huh? Interesting.
Yeah, I was surprised to see they're really exploring how technology can improve legal services.
I think Todd mentioned something about AI.
Exactly. Artificial intelligence.
He wasn't sure if it would replace lawyers entirely,
Yeah, he was a bit skeptical about that.
but he definitely sees the potential.
Right, he even talked about how AI could help with things like document review,
Yeah, and legal research.
all that time-consuming stuff.
Freeing up lawyers to do the more strategic work.
Exactly. It's not about replacing human expertise.
It's about augmenting it, making them more efficient.
And for a client, that means faster turnaround times
Lower costs.
and ultimately better service.
It shows they're forward thinking,
Right, not afraid to embrace new ideas,
especially in a field like real estate.
where things are constantly changing.
You got to stay ahead of the curve.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about Todd, the firm, their experience, their approach,
Yeah, it's been a really informative deep dive.
but there's one final piece of the puzzle I want to bring up.
Oh, I'm curious. What is it?
It's something that really resonated with me when I was learning about Todd,
Okay, lay it on me.
and it's not about legal expertise or market knowledge.
Interesting. So what is it?
It's about that drive, that passion.
You mean like the fire in the belly?
Exactly. That quote really stuck with me.
Yeah, it's a powerful image.
It's not just about being good at what you do,
It's about loving it, that enthusiasm.
and Todd clearly has that.
He built this whole firm from scratch.
Faced so many obstacles.
Never gave up.
And I think that's something any entrepreneur can relate to.
Especially in a tough field like real estate.
Yeah, you got to have that passion to keep going.
Otherwise, you'll burn out.
And that kind of passion is contagious.
It inspires everyone around you.
It's not just about getting the work done.
It's about going above and beyond.
Always learning, pushing yourself.
And inspiring others to do the same.
It's like that saying, if you want to go fast, go alone.
But if you want to go far, go together.
Todd seems to really understand that.
The importance of teamwork.
Finding the right people to work with.
People who share your passion.
And that brings us back to mentorship.
Oh, wow. Full circle.
It's not just about having someone guide you through the legal stuff.
It's about having someone who believes in you.
Someone who pushes you to grow.
Celebrates your wins with you.
And as you start this apartment syndication journey, finding a legal partner who can also be a mentor.
can make all the difference.
Absolutely. It's like having a coach in your corner.
Yeah. Someone who's been there, done that.
Someone who can help you through those tough times.
Yeah, the inevitable bumps in the road.
So as you keep searching for that, right? Legal counsel.
Yeah, it's a big decision.
Remember to trust your gut.
That feeling you get.
Talk to them. Have that conversation.
See if you connect.
Because it's not just about checking boxes on a resume.
It's about that personal connection.
Finding someone you trust.
Someone who you believe will be a true advocate for you.
And that wraps up our deep dive.
Into the world of Todd N. Robinson and Robinson Fransman, LLP.
So as we wrap up this whole deep dive into finding the right legal partner for you and your apartment syndication dreams,
Yeah.
what are you thinking? What's really sticking with you?
You know, for me, it's finding a lawyer who doesn't just know the law,
Yeah.
but also gets that entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah.
Someone who understands what it's like to build a business from the ground up.
Yeah. Like those challenges.
The opportunities, too.
And it seems like Todd and Robinson Fransman.
They really get that.
Yeah, they do. It's about finding someone who's not just there to file papers,
Right.
but is really invested in your success.
Someone you can bounce ideas off of.
Yeah, like a strategist.
A mentor.
And we saw that throughout our research.
Yeah, lots of evidence of that.
Their client-focused approach,
Mhm.
their advice on how to handle this crazy market.
Yeah. It's not easy out there.
They're focused on building those long-term
Oh,
partnerships.
exactly.
And Todd even talked about shared values and vision.
Oh, yeah, that's so
He
important.
wants people around him who are passionate, driven,
Committed to excellence.
and that energy, it can be infectious.
All the way.
It's like finding those puzzle pieces
Oh, I like that analogy.
that fit perfectly together.
Yeah.
A legal partner who gets you fills in those gaps.
Shares your excitement.
Exactly.
So as you keep searching for that perfect legal counsel,
Yeah.
trust your gut.
Yeah, that's always important.
Schedule that meeting.
Have that conversation.
See if it clicks.
Because it's not just about qualifications on paper.
It's about that personal connection.
Right.
Feeling like you found someone who's in your corner.
Absolutely.
And even if Todd and Robinson Fransman aren't the right fit, the stuff we talked about today
Yeah.
can still help you.
It's like a roadmap.
Exactly.
You know what to look for now.
The qualities, the expertise, that mindset.
You can make a smart decision,
That's what this is all about.
empowering you to tackle this whole apartment syndication thing
With confidence.
with purpose.
So go out there, do your research,
Trust your instincts.
take that next step
We're rooting for you.
all the way.
That's it for this deep dive. Thanks for joining us.
See you next time.